Today on the Personal Financial CEO podcast, we're going to be answering the question, if you're divorced, can you collect benefits based off of your ex-spouse's record? Stick around to the end when we answer two additional questions that are often asked about divorce and collecting on Social Security benefits, but the answers might surprise you. Welcome to the Personal Financial CEO podcast, where we discuss personal finance and financial-based strategies to help you live your best life. So the question today is, if you're divorced, can you collect on your ex-spouse's earnings benefit record? And the short answer is yes. In many cases, you can. So let's talk about the rules. First, the marriage must have lasted at least 10 years. So if you're married 9 years, like had been the case with a client that had come to me, you can't collect the benefits. But as long as you've been married 10 years or more, that's one of the criteria that's fulfilled. Second, you must be 62 years old or older and unmarried in order to claim on your ex-spouse's benefit record. Third, you can collect on your ex-spouse's earnings record even if they're not yet collecting, as long as you're 62 years old and the divorce was finalized at least 2 years before applying. Fourth, if you're remarried, you can't collect on your ex-spouse's benefit record unless the later marriage ended in divorce, death, or annulment. So if you're currently married to someone else, you can't collect based off of your ex-spouse's benefits. Fifth, it's also important to note that if you worked and qualified for Social Security benefits based off of your own record, the amount you qualify for must be less than the benefit you would qualify for on your ex-spouse's record. If that wasn't the case, you would just get your own benefit. You're always going to get the higher of the two benefits, either your benefit or the benefit you would have gotten based off of your ex-spouse's record. It's also important to note that if you collect earlier than full retirement age, that you're going to get reduced benefits. And this would happen whether you qualified for benefits on your own record or whether you qualify for benefits off of your ex-spouse's record. However, if you wait until full retirement age, and so for someone, for example, that's born in 1960 or later, that's 67 years of age, then you're entitled to an amount equal to 1/2 of your ex-spouse's benefit. Or again, if you qualify for benefits based off of your own record, you would get the higher of the two. And here's two bonus questions surrounding divorce and Social Security benefit records. Question number one. I had a client who came to me and said, hey, I was divorced before and I'm currently married. Does the benefits of one spouse hurt the benefits of another spouse? So if my ex-wife, who I was married to for more than 10 years, claims Social Security, does that affect the benefits that my current spouse would get, or vice versa? And the answer is no. So each earnings benefit stands on its own. So if you were married 3 different times for 10 years each, then each ex-spouse plus potentially your current spouse could each qualify for the same amount under your earnings benefit record. So second bonus question, and this is kind of an interesting one. So if you were married and divorced twice, and let's say each marriage had lasted at least 10 years, when it came time to collect Social Security benefits, if you didn't have a Social Security benefit on your own, or the benefit was very small, whose benefit would you be able to collect on? Which of the spouses that you were married to for 10 years? And the answer is whoever was higher. So if you've been married more than once and both of those marriages were at least 10 years, then you would be able to collect from the benefit record of the spouse that had the highest benefit. So not that that should be a strategy for retirement, but just an interesting question. If you have any questions on this episode, please post them in the comments below or contact me using the link in the description. And please consider liking and subscribing. It helps the channel. It helps me create content. And thank you. I'll see you next time on The Personal Financial CEO.